Just as we did with addition, we are going to sometimes be asked to estimate a product. And when we estimate, again, we're going to estimate each value and then multiply those rounded values. So on this question, if I'm to estimate the product by rounding to the nearest hundred, notice this time they've rounded 1 to 100 place and 1 to 1,000's place. So just be sure that you're paying attention. So the first one, 439, is asked to round to the nearest hundred. So if I would round that to the nearest hundred, that would be 400. If I were to round 5,983 to the nearest 1,000, the 9 would round the 5 up, so I'd be taking that times 6,000. Now here's why this is pretty simple for us. I know that if I take 4 times 6, I get 24. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So essentially my answer is the 24 with those 5 zeros. So notice what I came up with. My rounded answer, my estimation, is 2,400,000. My actual answer is 2,626,537. So they're not exact, but if we're just looking for an estimation, this is a very good estimation. Here's another practice for us to do together. We're going to estimate this product by rounding the first terms to the nearest 1,000. So 5 would round the 3 up to 4,000. And we're going to round 149 to the nearest 100. So the 4 would not round the 1 up. So this is 4,000 times 100. So this one is not going to be as good of an estimation, but obviously 4 times 1 is 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my rounded answer is only 400,000, whereas my actual answer is 524,629. So this one was not as good of an estimation, but estimations aren't supposed to be exact. Here's an application of estimation. If I'm going from Bellevue University, which is where you are all going to school, to Epley Airfield, the average cab fare is $39.91. If the average cab driver transports 45 passengers from Bellevue to Epley each month, how much would the average cab driver make? Well, if I'm going to estimate, if I were trying to find the actual answer, I would have to take $39.91 multiplied by 45, and it would take me a little bit to multiply all that out and find the sums. But if I'm going to find the average and I'm just estimating, so estimate, I would say that $39.91 is approximately $40. And now I have a choice. I can say 45, so 40 times 45, which of course I would have that 0. And then 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2. This would be a pretty good estimation. Some might also round the 45 to 40 or to 50. I would say that it's best to multiply the 45 times the 40 instead. And again, if I'm dealing with that 0, essentially what I did was took 45 times 4 to get 180, and then I added that 0. So again, I would write a sentence that said the average cab driver would make $1,800 a month transporting passengers from BU to Epley. Go ahead and try this one on your own, then press play to see how you did. So if I'm going from Epley Airfield to Clearwater Beach, which is where I would certainly rather be right now, the average ticket is $512.19. And the plane carries 205 passengers. I'm going to estimate the total revenue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round 512, and it depends on how accurate you want to be. They're not very clear in this case in terms of how accurate they want our solution. I would round the 512.19 to approximately $500 for a ticket. The 205 people is approximately 200 people. And so obviously I'm going to have a low estimate because I've rounded this value down and rounded this value down. But 5 times 2 is 10, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would estimate approximately 100,000. You might have rounded to a different value than I did. You might have rounded 512 to 510. You might have rounded 205 up to 210 and then multiplied those. This one was very easy for me to do in my head, so that's what I stuck with.